All right, so here's video 2. I only have a certain amount of time that'll let me capture a video, so I'm making a secondary one. So as I had mentioned, you can do a deeper dive into learning styles today. You can also look at things regarding how you're wired, and that would be your personality style index. And so how does Ms. Peg get into these? Remember, on your landing page, once you log into Zello, you can hit Zello in the left-hand corner. It takes you back to the main screen. If you have your Tuesday, which is September 28th, seminar activities with a green check, you're good to go right now. Click on the About Me tab, and this is your portfolio. So if I go down the page here, I mentioned learning style. You can click on your personality styles, and this is built off the Holland personality indicator model, and there'll be some information over here on the right about it. But go through and look at, based on how you answered the personality questions, how are you wired? What types of attributes about your personality and the way this thing works for you play into different types of roles or different levels of empathy? And it gives suggestions about where people, for example, one of mine comes up as a helper. So where would my skill set with regards to how I'm wired, how would that help out in a career? Well, it says helpers typically like counseling, assisting, advising, teaching, providing services. They're typically compassionate, patient, helpful, and friendly. So think about that in the context of a career. I would never want a dental hygienist working on my mouth with sharp objects if they did not have a level of patience that would make sure they didn't jab me in the gums with those tools, right? So some other things to start thinking about is, well, how could I melt this grouping of my person or these groupings of my personality traits into a job that I would enjoy and that I would be successful at? So I come up as a thinker as well. So it says thinkers typically like to analyze things. They tend to be curious and logical, analytical. And so what you can do here is you can go down a little bit farther and it'll start to pull out suggested careers. Doesn't mean you have to do any of this stuff. Just means there might be things here you had never even thought of that align with how you're wired. And so some of you are going to have one primary personality trait. Some of you will have two. I happen to have three. Some of you may even have four. Take some time and dive in here and learn a little bit more about these different careers that it's suggesting. It's really interesting information, and it'll help us as we move forward through your educational development process this year. So I hope this was helpful. Again, at any time, you guys can log in, even if you're at home, and you can look at different attributes about different careers. Next week, we're going to do a little deeper dive into some specifics about attaining the training that you need to perform certain jobs in our marketplace, okay? So if you see me today, stop, say hi. I will be around the building most of the day. Hope all is well. Take care.